guys, welcome po ulit sa YouTube channel natin, AdMaths plus Maths. Next lesson po na aking pong i-discuss is all about rational expressions. Pinaghiwalay ko po yung dalawang lesson, isang lesson which is rational expression and equations. Isusunod ko po dito ang rational equation and inequalities. If you want to see it immediately at the end of this video, I'll put in that rational equations and inequalities. Okay, let's go to rational expressions. So ano ang dapat matutunan ng mga bata dito sa lesson na ito? At the end of this lesson, define rational expression. So dapat alam nila kung ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng rational expression. Okay? Simplify rational expression. Kasi ito po ang isa sa mahalaga na concept or skill na dapat matutunan ng mga estudyante. Next is add, subtract, multiply, and divide rational expression. So, ibig sabihin, operations on rational expression po ang isang parte ng lesson na ito. Okay? So, what is a rational expression? A rational expression can be written in the form a over b, okay, where a and b are polynomials and b should not be equal to 0. Sir, bakit hindi pwedeng maging 0 si b? Hindi po pwedeng maging 0 sa b kasi kapag ka a divided by 0 na yan, or any number divided by 0 is always undefined. When you say undefined, you cannot define it. So it means it does not exist. Okay, so b or the denominator should not be equal to 0. It's okay that the numerator will become 0 kasi 0 divided by any number is equal to 0. So 0 still exists even if it's nothing. Okay, it still exists. But a number divided by 0 does not exist. Okay, so b and the denominator cannot be equal to 0. Next, examples. 7 over ab. Okay, as long as a or b cannot become a 0. Okay, next. X squared minus x minus 6 over x plus 2. Okay, as long as x should not be equal to negative 2. Bakit hindi siya pwedeng maging equal sa negative 2? Kasi kapag ka naging negative 2 yung x dito, negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So, hindi na po siya magiging rational expression. Next, x squared plus 7x plus 10 over x plus 5. As long as x will not be equal to negative 5. So, makikita nyo na po dito ano ang ibig sabihin ng domain and range. So, it is, for example here, let number 7, this will be a rational expression and the domain of this is that a or b should not be equal to 0. Even this one, if this is y equals x squared minus x minus 6 over x plus 2, and it is a function, okay, the domain of this is all real numbers except negative 2. But I will be discussing that on our next lessons about domain and range. I'm just giving you a little bit of idea already because you see what makes the denominator 0. Kasi hindi pwedeng yung number na yun. Kagaya na itong second example, hindi pwedeng maging negative 2 si x. Kasi kapag naging negative 2 si x, hindi na siya rational expression. Okay? At hindi na siya mag-exist. Let's move on to another slide. So, simplifying rational expressions. I am going to do one by one the steps over here. But basically, some of the steps can be omitted as long as you already know how to simplify properly rational expressions. So, first step is factor the numerator and denominator. So, basically, you need to know how to factor expressions. There are different methods on factorization, and there are different types of factorization also. Okay, I can also give you another method, which is using your calculator. I'll be putting in the link on top para makikita nyo po siya kung paano mag-factorize gamit ang inyong calculator. So factor the numerator and the denominator. Write a product of two rational expressions. Okay? One factor containing the greatest common factor of the numerator and denominator, and the other containing the remaining factors. Okay? I will explain that again later on when I give you the examples. So mahalaga rin po kung na alam ninyo anong ibig sabihin ng greatest common factor. Hindi lang po siya common factor. Pero, hindi ko naman po kayo pinipilit na greatest common factor kaagad ang pwede nyong kunin. Pwede naman pong common factor muna, then tignan ninyo kung pwede nyo pang isimplify ulit yung expression. Kasi, kapag hindi po greatest common factor yan, at pwede pa palang isimplify, magkakamali na po kayo ng sagot. Hindi na siya yung simplest form. Okay? So, kailangan po greatest common factor. Or, tignan ninyo kung pwede pa ulit isimplify. Okay? Kaya po tayo nagkakamali kasi nakita natin, pwede palang i-divide yung dalawa, yung numerator at denominator ng 4. Pero hindi natin nakita na pwede pa pala siyang i-divide ng 2. Okay? So, yun po ang mga common mistake po ng mga estudyante. Next, number 3. Rewrite the factor containing the GCF as 1. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kung may x plus 3 dun sa taas at may x plus 3 dun sa baba, x plus 3 divided by x plus 3 is equal to 1. Yun lang sinasabi niya, number 3. Tapos, multiply the remaining factors by 1. Then, 1 times the number itself will be the number. Okay? The number that is remaining. Okay, example number 1 para meron po tayong tinitingnan. I have here a squared plus 2a over 2a plus 4. Both are common monomial factoring. When we say common monomial factoring, ano ang common monomial factor ng a squared tsaka 2a? Okay? Ang common monomial factor po ng a squared at tsaka 2a ay a. Okay, yung a na yon ilalabas ko siya. Okay? Then I'll put brackets, or when we say bracket, parentheses. Okay? A squared divided by a will be a. 2a divided by a is 2. Okay? So magiging a times the quantity of a plus 2. And then also the denominator po, common monomial factoring din siya. Anong common factor ng 2a at saka 4? It's only 2. Yang 2, ilalabas ko siya. Then, maglalagay ako ng parenthesis. 2a divided by 2 is a. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So, yun po. Okay? So, yan. So, ibig sabihin, ayan na yung ating factorization. And then, remember, ang sabi niya kanina, you divide. Okay? What is in the numerator and the denominator? Yung greatest common factor na yon, at it will be equivalent to 1. So, this a plus 2 divided by a plus 2 is 1. Okay, pero ine-explain lang nung steps na nilagay ko doon, okay, yung proper explanation. But, to just para hindi na po kayo mahirapan, ang gagawin nyo lang po is cancel out yung a plus 2 and a plus 2. Okay? Wala pong mathematical proof na pwede kong i-cancel out yon, pero kahit pa paano, at least, nasasabi natin na pwede naman pala. I-cancel out na lang natin kung ano yung nasa taas at saka baba. Okay? So, ang sagot po natin ay a over 2. Okay? Next. Adding and subtracting rational expression with like denominators. Okay, so mag-a-add tayo or magsusubtract ng expression with like denominators. Anong ibig sabihin ng like denominators? Kapag pareho po yung nasa baba. Okay? Kapag pareho yung nasa baba, una, add the numerators. So, i-add lang yung numerator kung ano yung nandun sa taas, i-add lang natin. Or kung isusubtract lang natin. Retain the common denominator. When we say retain the common denominator, kung 4 yung denominator ng unang rational expression at 4 din yung denominator ng pangalawang rational expression, hindi pwedeng 4 and 4 ilagay mo doon. Okay? Kailangan isa lang, yung common denominator lang na 4. So 4 lang ang imumove mo doon sa answer. Number 3, simplify the results. Isi-simplify mo kung pwede pang i-simplify. Pero kung wala ka nang isi-simplify, that's why prior to this, I discussed simplifying rational expression. Okay, so isi-simplify mo siya. How about if adding and subtracting rational expressions with different denominators? So when you say different denominators, magkaiba po yung nasa baba ng dalawang rational expression na ina-add or sinusubtract mo. So find the least common denominator. Okay, actually, this least common denominator is just basically one method. Marami pang ibang method on how to add and subtract rational expression. I can discuss with you an easier way later on. Let me see if I can touch that. Number 2, write the equivalent expression of each rational expression. So, maglalagay lang tayo ng equivalent expression for each rational expression na dapat magkakapareho na yung denominator at pwede na nating i-apply yung rule po sa adding and subtracting like denominators. Kasi mas madali na po yon. And number 3, add or subtract the numerators and keep the LCD. Okay, kung ano man yung LCD na yon, kasi yung LCD na yon, yun na yung common denominator niya. Okay? Pero kung mahina pa rin po tayo sa LCD, mayroon po akong another method for that. Okay? Pero dapat po sa mathematics, marunong na po tayong mag-identify ng least common denominator. Okay? Number 4, simplify the result if possible. So, isi-simplify nyo yung result if possible, just like the first set of rules or set of steps. Okay? Example po tayo. So, meron po tayong find the sum of 2a over 4b and 3 over 4b. So, mapapansin nyo, 4b ang denominator nito, 4b din dun sa kabila. So, like denominator sila. So, walang masyadong problema. Kopyahin ko lang yung 4b sa baba. Okay? Sa taas naman, 2a plus 3. Okay? Yan, sabi niya, add or subtract the numerators. So, 2a plus 3. Then, copy the common denominator, which is 4b. Okay? Pwede pa bang isimplify yan, Sir Mars? Hindi na po. So, yan na po yung sagot. Next. How about this? 8d minus 3 plus din. So, i-add din natin 4d plus 12. Okay? So, magiging 9, yung 9 at saka 9 denominator pareho. So, magiging 8 minus d, 8d minus 3 plus 4d plus 12. Okay? Tapos, common denominator po nila ay 9. So, kokopyahin ko lang yung 9. Okay? Isi-simplify natin 12d at saka 9. Why 12d and 9? 8d plus 4d is 12d. They are like terms, so pwede nating i-add. Negative 3 plus 12 is positive 9, so pwede rin nating i-add. Okay? And of course, you don't forget the last step, which is simplify if possible. Okay? So since we need to simplify, you take a look at if you can factorize something out. Okay? Ano ang common monomial factor ng 12d at saka 9? Ang common monomial factor po nila ay 3. So I can factorize out 3. Then, inside the bracket or inside the parenthesis will become 4d plus 3. And the one on the denominator, which is 9, will be 3 times 3. Then I'll cancel out 3 and 3. 3 on the numerator, 3 on the denominator. Okay? So 3, this is 3, supposed to be 3 times 3. So cancel out 3 and 3. So what will be left on the denominator is 3. So it will be 4d plus 3 over 3. This will be our final answer. Next, I have here x plus 5 over y plus 4 over 3y. So I am now moving with different denominators. Okay? I'll get the LCD. Ganito na lang ang iisipin ninyo. Ano kaya ang gagawin ko? So para hindi po masyadong complicated. Tanungin nyo lang yung sarili ninyo, ano kaya ang gagawin ko para maging magkapareho yung denominator nung unang expression at saka nung pangalawang expression. Mapapansin nyo dito, x plus 5 over y. Okay, ang denominator po ay y. Dito po, 4 over 3y, ang denominator po ay 3y. Okay. Pero mapapansin nyo guys, yung y kapag multiply ko ng 3, magiging 3y yun, di ba? So, hindi pwedeng si y lang ang imumultiply ko ng 3. Kapag nilagyan ko siya ng 3 dito, dapat lagyan ko rin yung nasa taas. Remember guys, 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times x plus 5 over y is still x plus 5 over y. So, pwede kong i-multiply si 3 dun sa x plus 5 at pwede ko rin i-multiply si 3 sa y para pareho lang, equivalent lang siya. Equivalent expression lang siya. Okay? Yan. So, write the equivalent expression of each rational expression. So, ayan. Minultiply ko lang si 3 at saka si 3. Okay? So, parehas na ba ngayon yung denominator ng dalawa? Then, you can apply the set of rules kanina. So, step number 3 here is add or subtract the numerators. Okay? 3 times x plus 5 plus 4. So, ayan na po siya. Then, 3y will be the common denominator. Yun. Kinip lang natin. Then, it will become 3x plus 15 is equal, plus 4 over 3y. Then, you add 15 plus 4, it will become 19. So, 3x plus 19 over 3y. Can we still simplify this? It's not anymore possible, so that's already our final answer. Okay, next. Let's move on to multiplying rational expressions. Okay, Sir Mars, bakit ang hirap-hirap naman ng multiplying rational expression? Usually, nalilito lang po ang mga bata sa multiplying at saka division. Okay? So, don't be confused about multiplication and division of rational expression. Kapag ka nagmumultiply kayo, numerator to numerator, mumultiply mo. Pagka denominator at saka denominator, mumultiply mo. Kapag nagmumultiply. Ulitin ko, pag nagmumultiply, numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator ang minumultiply. Okay? I hope I made myself clear. Ngayon, kapag nagdi-divide kayo, wag nyo na munang iisipin yung sinabi sa inyo ng mga teachers nyo before na magko-cross multiply. Wag nyo nang gawin yon. Okay? Pag nagdi-divide naman kayo, flip mo, halimbawa, ito yung first na imumultiply mo. I-divide mo, sorry. Then, ito yung second. I-flip mo lang or get the, what's the term for that? Reciprocal of the divisor. Ang divisor po yung pangalawa. Yung pangalawa na inyo pong dinidivide doon sa isang expression. Pero, pag-aaralan po natin yan mamaya. Okay? So, focus muna tayo sa multiplying rational expression. So, number 1, multiply the numerators and denominators. So, imumultiply mo lang. Numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator. Right? The resulting numerator and denominator in factored form. Okay? Kung pwede mong i-factorize. Pero kung hindi, okay, wag mo nang i-factorize. Okay? Kasi kung minsan, pwede pa rin na natin i-simplify pala. Okay? Next, number 3, divide out if there is any common monomial factor. Okay? for both the numerator and the denominator, and then you just remove it. Simplify if possible. Okay, example tayo. A to the power of 5 times 5, okay, is 5a to the power of 5. Okay, so minultiply ko lang yung numerator, and sabi niya multiply din yung denominator. 10 times a cubed is 10a cubed. Okay? Next, pwede rin daw i-factorize. Write the resulting number and denominator in factored form. Ano ang greatest common factor ng numerator at denominator? It is a cubed and 5. So it will be 5a cubed ang lalabas po dito. Okay? So 5a cubed, 5a cubed. Then ang matitira dito ay a squared. At saka matitira dito ay 2. So cancel out 5a cubed at saka 5a cubed. It will become a squared minus a squared divided by 2. Okay? So yan po. A squared divided by 2 ang sagot. Sir, tatanungin nyo ako, paano po nalaman na ang greatest common factor nung numerator at denominator ay 5a cubed? You listen to this. 5 and 10, ang greatest common factor nila ay 5. Kasi ang 5, pwedeng 5 times 1. Ang 10, pwedeng 5 times 2. Okay? Next, remember, a power of n plus m is equal to a power of n plus, a power of n times a power of m is equal to a power of n plus m. Ano ibig yung sabihin doon? So, etong a to the power of 5, pwede siyang maging a power of 4 times a power of 1. Pwede siyang maging a power of 3 times a power of 2. Pwede siyang maging a power of 2 times a power of 3. Yun. So, ibig sabihin, ang mga factors niyan, ganun. So, pwedeng maging a power of 3, ito, a power of 3 times a power of 2, kasi a power of 5. So, yung a power of 3, pwede kong i-retain dito sa baba. Then, I can cancel out 5a power of 3 and 5a power of 3, numerator and denominator. Okay? If you can still simplify, then do more factorization. Yun yung sinasabi ko na kailangan greatest common factor. Pero kung hindi nyo nakuha yung greatest common factor, hindi ko po kayo pinipilit. Pwede pong nauna yung a cube na ni-remove ninyo. Okay? Then magiging 5a squared over 10 siya. Kaya lang na-identify mo na yung 5 over 10 ay pwedeng maging 1/2. Okay? So, pwede rin po yun. So, pwede rin siyang maging 1/2 times a to the power of 2. So, pwede rin po yun. Okay? So, I am not saying, so there's a lot of method that you can apply over here. Okay? Next. Dividing rational expressions. Change the divisor to its reciprocal. So, ito po yung sinasabi ko kanina. Wag na wag po kayong malilito sa multiplication and division. Okay? Kapag ka-dividing rational expression, wag nyo na pong iisipin yung cross-multiply. Okay? Kapag dividing rational expression, okay, kaya po tayo nalilito kasi ang dami-daming method na binibigay sa atin ng mga teachers natin. So, kailangan focus po tayo sa iisang method lang. Okay? Focus kayo sa iisang method. Kung sa tingin ninyo mas madali yung cross multiplication, then go with it. Pero kung sa tingin ninyo mas madali itong isasuggest ko, then go with it. Okay? So, dividing rational expression. Pero guys, huwag kayong gagamit ng sobrang daming method. Mas lalo kayong malilito. So, change natin yung divisor to its reciprocal. Number 2, multiply the numerators and denominators. So, ibig sabihin, pagkatapos mo kinuha yung reciprocal ng divisor, tsaka ka lang magmumultiply. Hindi ka pwedeng magmultiply nang hindi pa nakukuha yung reciprocal. Okay? Write the resulting numerator and denominator in factored form. Just like what you did in the multiplication a while ago. Divide out if there is any common monomial factor. So, ibig sabihin, ini-employ lang natin dito kung ano yung ginawa natin sa multiplication. Ang pagkakaiba lang ng multiplication at saka division ay kunin mo yung reciprocal ng divisor, okay? And then do the multiplication. Okay? Next. So example, I have here a power of 5 over 10 divided by 5 over a cube. Okay, sino ang divisor dito? Is it a power of 5 over 10 or 5 over a cube? Ang divisor po dito ay 5 over a cube. Yung pangalawa, yan po ang divisor. Okay? Anong tawag natin sa una? Ang tawag po natin dyan ay dividend. Okay, so dividend is the first expression. Divisor is your second expression. Okay? So yun po. So get the reciprocal of 5 over a cube. When we say reciprocal, okay, the reciprocal of a over b is b over a. Okay, the reciprocal of a is 1 over a. Why 1 over a? Kasi ang a po ay a divided by 1. The reciprocal means you flip the numerator and the denominator. The numerator will become the denominator. The denominator will become the numerator. Okay? Yun po. Next. So it is a power of 5 over 10 times a cube divided by 5. Okay? So imumultiply ko lang numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator. So when you flip the divisor, this one can already be multiplied. Okay? So a to the power of 5, a to the power of 3, magiging a to the power of 8. 10 times 5 is 50. So ang answer po natin ay a to the power of 8 over 50. Okay? Next. Okay, I think I am done with the lesson. Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to like and share. If you are new to this lesson, please subscribe and click the bell button.